This video is sponsored by Recall. If you use a Mac, I've got a bunch of amazing Safari extensions here that will help save you time and make your browsing experience a whole lot better. I actually tested out over 50 of these whilst making this video, and these were the ones I kept because they helped me stay productive, kept me free of distractions, and made sure I never forgot a thing. Some of them are even free. Now, on that note, it seems very silly not to mention Safari's very new trick that comes bundled with the new macOS Golden Gate release, and that is that you can now essentially vibe code your own Safari extensions. I've been testing this out for a while, and yeah, it works really well. Now, to add an extension, you just click on these three lines next to the URL bar and then hit describe extension, and then, well, you just describe it. Safari will help you out with some rough ideas and themes here, like making the page grayscale to avoid distractions or turning a page into pirate speak, but you can quite literally describe whatever you need. Now, Safari will actually suggest similar sounding apps that already exist that are based on your description, but it will still build it for you if you want it to. Just look at this example here. This is one that plays and pauses media that's playing in another tab, but I wanted to turn it into a pause button when I'm pausing it, so I can just go in and tell it to do that, and yeah, there we go, it works. A genuinely cool use of Apple's AI here, if you like to tinker with stuff, but like me, you're not a programmer. Okay, these are the 8 Safari extensions that I reckon will make every session just that little bit more productive. Now, first up, there is Recall, and this has quickly become my most used extension, and it's kind of like a browser within a browser. Let me explain. If you've not heard about Recall yet, it's a personal AI knowledge base that turns all the content you find online into a searchable encyclopedia that you can chat with. Podcasts, YouTube videos, PDFs, and pretty much anything on the web or on your computer, you can add it into Recall and you will get an instant summary and it gets organized and connected for you. Then all of this content becomes context for the AI. So instead of getting answers from the internet or ChatGPT or whatever, you get answers that include your personal saved knowledge. Okay, here's how it works. So I'm in Safari watching a video podcast here on YouTube. I like what they're saying, but I haven't really got time to spend the next hour or so listening to the rest of it. So I just tap the extension. Recall summarizes the entire thing for me, as you can see here. Plus, it generates a full searchable transcript over in the Reader tab with timestamps too, and I can even ask it questions about what I just saved. And then if I want to return to it later, I can just ask the AI chat to help me find it, and I can find the exact moment I want to hear about. Now, if I want a specific model for the job, like GPT 5.6 for research or Claude 5 for writing, yeah, that's all possible too. There's also personas, which are like a set of instructions that tell Recall how to respond before you give it a job. So you could create a research persona or a writing persona or a thinking persona and so on. And these all work here in the extension using this little button here. Okay, this is the killer feature though. Whenever you save something, it lives with everything else in your personal knowledge base, which means you can then bring in content from your knowledge base whenever you use it. Recall is actually free to try out, and then they have plans that start from $10 a month. You can get a discount on any paid Recall plan by scanning this code or at my link in the description. Next up is a paid extension, but I like it so much I'm very happy to pay for it. I'm a bit obsessed with dark mode, which is fine for my native Apple apps, but not all websites have this as an option, and this is where Noir comes in. It turns any website into dark mode. And if there are any that you are desperate to just have burning into your retinas from your retina display, you can add exceptions in the settings. Simple and effective, just like all good extensions. Next up is a free one for fans of image searches and pretty much any website that has images on, because you know how annoying it is when you just want to see an image a bit bigger, but you then have to click into the site to do it. Well, Hover solves that. Once this one is installed, you can just hover over any image in Safari and it'll automatically expand for you like this. Much better. Oh, and it works with YouTube videos too. Now, on the subject of YouTube videos, this is one that I use a lot because sometimes I need some footage as a reference, like this Apple footage of their latest device with, citations properly done, of course. Well, Downie is the easiest way to do this. If I want to save a video in maximum resolution, I just click the extension and it opens up the Mac app for Downie and then automatically starts downloading that video at the highest possible resolution. Couldn't be simpler. Next is another paid one, but it's probably the best £5 you will spend all year. Browsing websites has got a lot better since I first started using the internet in the 90s, but it's still a very messy business with banners and pop-ups and cookie warnings, sign-ups and trackers, you name it. Well, Wiper 2 blocks all of the stuff that makes the web slow and frankly ugly. It feels a bit like the web browser equivalent of rubbing your hands with cleaning gel. Just look at the difference here on this page with and without Wiper 2 running. So you get a really pure experience with none of the noise. It's also a universal app, so you can pay for it once and then install it on all your devices. I like this one a lot. This next one is a confession. I have tried, but I have been totally unable to kick my habit of journaling using the Day One app. I actually tried to move to Apple Journal, but failed, so yeah, Day One it is. I've got literally thousands of entries in here now, and if I'm ever in Safari and I want to save a new entry, I can use their extension and get everything I need, including picking which of my journals it's being saved into, adding tags, and much more. I think one of the reasons I really like digital journaling is that so many of the barriers to traditional pencil and paper journaling is removed, because if I want to, I can write an entry, I can just do it here, even if inspiration strikes when I'm browsing a website. So this next one should not be a surprise, but if you've never heard of 1Password, I mean, where have you even been for the last decade? I've been a user since the early days, and the concept is super simple. It's a password manager that lives across all your devices and means you haven't got to keep remembering all your passwords, but it also stores things like bank cards, passports, and more. All you need to remember is, wait for it, 1Password, and you can remember pretty much everything else. It also has a clever watchtower feature which flags if any sites or passwords might be compromised. Now, I know Apple's own passwords app has come on a long way recently, but there are still things it can't do that 1Password handles really well, so I'm very happy to pay to carry on using this one. The extension talks to the Mac app and then lets you automatically fill in your passwords whenever you're in a website, or generate a very secure password if you've not got one yet. I would be totally lost without it. And then finally, there is Craft. I've made loads of videos about Craft. It's the app that I mainly use for writing. They've got a simple web clipper so that I can easily add web content into a new or an existing document here in my Craft database. You can save entire pages or just the bits that matter and then enhance them with tasks and tables and more as you need to. I mainly use it for recipes, but sometimes for grabbing information for a new video that I'm working on. There's really not much more to it than that, but like any good extension, it just works. Okay, there we are, folks. I've left links to all of these down in the description if you want to grab them for yourself. And as always, if you've got any recommendations for extensions that people should be checking out, just let us know in the comments. Actually, just thinking about that Craft extension that I mentioned, I frequently pair it up with Recall for a kind of complete, total personal knowledge management system. If you want to know more about how I do that, you'll love this video up here. See you next time, folks.